Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, if you did not know, and this is Plant Dust Woman. I am so glad to have you here, whether you are new, whether you are old. I am glad that you're here. Thank you so much for watching this video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a bit of a plant haul. I'm pretty excited. If you don't know, if you're new, I've been gone a while, like a year, and I haven't been buying any plants. So as I have dipped my toes back into the plant world, I have been purchasing quite a bit, more than usual. So I have about 6 or 7 that I purchased myself, and then the other half or so was gifted to me from a friend that was downsizing. So I'm really excited to show all these plants to you. We've got some new, we've got some gifted ones, like I said, we've got some rehab situations that are gonna have to be cut, and I'm gonna kind of talk you through what I plan to do with them. So I'm excited, and I hope you guys like this video. Again, if you do, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, also my hair is crazy because I'm about to go to the gym, but like, look, do you see these do you see these baby hairs going on? Do you see them? This is postpartum. Anyone else have this thing going on? Like, what the heck? What is that? They literally won't lay down. Okay. Anywho, let's start with the plants that I have purchased myself. I'm just gonna grab and go in no particular order, and let's chat about them. So the first one is a really exciting one that I have wanted for a really long time, and that is this beautiful Philodendron painted lady. What? Okay, first of all, this is like kind of like hanging out of the pot, so I really think I need to repot it, but we're kind of letting it acclimate and get used to it. But look at how full this thing is. I don't know if you can kind of tell, but I mean, this is like a really full little 4-inch pot here. I'm gonna get soil all over myself today. Anywho, lots of leaves on this thing, so I definitely couldn't turn it down. It's not the absolute most like variegated one that I've ever seen, but it's really beautiful. And one of the leaves has like, where is it? Oh, this leaf has like a little bit of like white variegation on it. That's really cute. And another one does too somewhere. This one has a little bit as well right there. Anywho, this is beautiful. I've wanted one for a really long time, and I think I took the sticker off, but I got this at a Callaway's. If you're in Texas, I don't know if they're in other places, but if you're here, Callaway's have been having them lately, and I think, I want to say it was like 30 something, maybe 39. Which I was about to buy this at a local nursery like 10 minutes before I went to that nursery, and it was like 80 something dollars and like not as full. So I'm really glad that I waited. I was proud of myself for waiting. And then this came to me, so you never know. Be patient and things will come your way, but I think it's so full and so beautiful, and I'm really excited. I've had it in my cabinet now for about a week and a half, and it seems to be doing really well. No new leaves yet, but I can definitely see that one will be coming soon enough. So I'm excited to see if I can get it a little bit more variegated. I don't know if that's the term for painted lady, you know what I mean, speckly. But yeah, I think it's really, really beautiful, and I love it. So that's the first one. Oh, also there's a little baby pup right here in there, if you can see. So that'll be fun. That was like one of the other reasons that I purchased this one specifically. I was like, ooh, that's gonna be fun to separate and try and like propagate in my cabinet. I'm not the best at that, but you know, we're experimenting a lot lately, and that's been fun. So okay, so that was the first one. Okay, next, y'all are gonna be, this is embarrassing because I have not cleaned this leaf off. It has some gunk on it. Oops. I don't know what it is necessarily, but I need to clean it off. It's like, I think it's just like hard water, or I don't know, chemicals of some sort. But this is an Alocasia Maharani. I got this at a Lowe's near me. This leaf is really big. I have big hands also, but like the size of my head. Very beautiful. This is the oldest leaf here, and then this new leaf came out in my care. It was about halfway like starting when I purchased it, so it is beautiful. So beautiful. The texture on these leaves is like, ooh, and even the backs, like the texture is so pretty. I love these. I've had one of these before. I'm not really good with alocasia, I'm not gonna lie, and I might kill it, but I'm gonna really try not to. It has been living in my cabinet, so hopefully that gives it the humidity it needs to not be like a one leafer, because that's what always happens to me. But yeah, it's like a pretty tall guy, and I really liked the little pot that it came in, so yeah, not for individual sale. Well, anyhow, I think that this was, I wish I had the tag on there. I'm really bad with pricing, but it wasn't a lot or I wouldn't have bought it. It was literally like $12 or $15, I think. And for it coming with the pot, I was like, you know what, let's try it. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it does. We'll find out. Not the highest hopes for that one, but you know, we'll see. Okay, next, this is a regular string of hearts. I picked this up at, I want to say Callaway's as well. And it was kind of a rehab type situation. It had a lot of damage to it. I got it a little bit cheaper than it was. I didn't ask, but the lady offered it to me, which was really nice. I think it was regularly maybe 15 or 20, but I got it, or no, it was pretty cheap. It was like $12.99 and I got it for like $8. So heck yeah. Anywho, it's doing so much better. It's pretty full on top, honestly. And since I put it in the cabinet, this new little shoot is new. This is new. It's got, I mean, you can just see all over new little leaves popping up. Right here, we've got new little leaves popping up. Basically on the end of every single little shoot, we've got new leaves. So that's really exciting. I also think this one is interesting because on the top, I'm not an expert at string of hearts. I know there's like silver glory and there's string of spades and all that. I don't know what's what necessarily, but we've got like normal. We've got some really silvery ones over here that look more like silver glory. I don't think it is, but just prettier. And then over here we have some like really dark, more triangle shaped ones. And I'm assuming that they're all the same, but when I bought this, it was blooming, and normal string of hearts blooms have the little like purple fuzzy bloom. And those were on this side, and then on the other side, it just had these elongated little like white blooms. So I don't know, I need to look that up and see what's going on in this pot, but pretty sure it's just regular, and I'm pretty happy with it. I do okay with string of hearts. I've always kept them alive, but they definitely get more stringy, and so I'm hoping that maybe leaving this in the cabinet while it's starting to acclimate will help it get really full. And yeah, I love this plant. It's definitely my husband's favorite plant, so he checks on it, and it's always fun to get your spouse involved when they're not that into houseplants, right? So on the same little wavelength, I got a variegated string of hearts. This one I do have the sticker on, and it was $9, which this is tiny, yes, but it's really beautiful. I'll show it to you there. The variegation is so nice, and I don't know if you can tell like how pink it's getting in my cabinet, but it was not pink at all when I purchased it, and now about a week later, like it's so pink. Oh my god, I'm excited. Oh, okay, and also it was about to here when I purchased it, so all of this is new down here. We've got a new little leaf right here, and it put off this whole little white little shoot right here. That is all new as well. I have a little crystal sitting in there. I don't know, I just threw it in there, but I need to get a little heavier pot for this because it keeps like trying to tip over in my cabinet, but it's definitely really happy in there. I had a variegated string of hearts years ago, like 3 years ago, and it was maybe 2 leaves, like a butterfly cutting, and it died obviously because what like I did not know what I was doing back then. But I'm really excited to see this little guy thrive, and then I want to propagate it and just make a fuller pot. So yeah, I'm loving it. I love how freaking pink it's getting. I do have it at the very top of my cabinet, so it's getting pretty sun stressed there, and it does dry out often because it's in this little tiny pot, but I love it. I think it's so beautiful. It's honestly one of my favorite plants. I don't care what anybody says. I think string of hearts is beautiful, and like these ones, it's so cute. I love it. Love it. And I like that I got the regular and the variegated at the same time. They're just like little siblings in my cabinet that I check on every day. Okay, next I gotta grab this one because she's a big girl, but is this big old thicky Cebu blue. I just got this maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I do have another Cebu blue, but it's seen better days. I definitely underwatered it one too many times. It's alive, but it's definitely not thriving. And like, are you kidding me? Look at this freaking plant. It is trailing quite a bit. It is just so thick and luscious. This is like one of the fullest freaking pots that I have come across. I'm trying to see if the price is still on it. It was $19.99. Yeah, I just couldn't turn it down. I couldn't turn it down. It's one of my favorite plants. You guys know I'm obsessed with this plant. Some of these leaves are so big also. Like, that is a huge leaf. That's huge. and it's trailing and still that big. So anyways, I think it's so pretty. The color, the leaf shape, it'll forever be one of my favorite plants, and I needed a new like full beautiful one. Right now this is hanging up directly like to the side of my cabinet, so it's getting really good light, and I just want to take care of this one. I am a chronic waterer. Set that down. I underwater everything, and especially like my plants that don't need as much attention, like my pothos and things. I definitely get lazy with them, and I'm like, this one is gonna have prime real estate right next to my cabinet, and I'm just gonna make it so thick and so healthy and so beautiful. I'm never gonna underwater it. That's my goal. So we'll see. I hope that it stays that way. Okay, the last plant that I have purchased myself is this beautiful Anthurium Radicans. I mean, I just got this about 2 days ago because look at it, I had to buy it. So it has not been in my cabinet yet. I'm keeping it separate for a while just to make sure. I need to clean the leaves off, so bear with me, but this is so pretty. I didn't even really know about this Anthurium. It has red petioles, gorgeous. It's got this beautiful new leaf coming out. This is already doubled in size. It was teeny when I bought it, so it's definitely, hopefully gonna be a good sized leaf, and that color is so pretty. That coppery red, like new Anthurium leaf is so beautiful, but yeah, just the texture on these leaves reminds me of like a luxurians, or like a Monstera Peru. It's just so beautiful. Even the little baby leaves are really cute. Yeah, I just thought it was beautiful, and I'm really, really excited to grow this. I think it's gonna go well. I've heard that these are pretty like hardy, easy Anthurium to grow, so I hope that it is. And it was $24.99, which I also thought was a good deal. I don't know if it was, but for me, I don't see this type of Anthurium or any type of really Anthurium just at local nurseries for less than $1 bajillion, so I was happy with that price. And yeah, they had some bigger pots too that were like $35 that had 2 plants in them. Maybe not 2 plants, but bigger plants. I'm not sure, I didn't look at them. I wanted to get a smaller one so I could put it in my cabinet. That's kind of what I've come across, like with my cabinet. A lot of my more special plants that I want to put in there are big and I'm like, I need some like special smaller plants that will fit in there nicely. But anywho, also the backs of the leaves have like some red like veining. Anywho, I think this is so beautiful. If you have one of these, get on Instagram and send me a picture of it. I want to see it. I'm really excited to grow this plant in my collection, and I hope I keep it alive. Yeah, hopefully I do. We'll see. Okay, next is all of the plants that my friend Shelby gave to me. They're in like a tub right here, so I might be a little loud getting them out. I don't know. I didn't really think this part through, but I'm just gonna grab one at a time and see what I can pull out of here. First up, I'm gonna make a mess here. I already know. First up is this beautiful Hoya Australis. It is on a trellis. Oh, this might be the better side. I can't tell which side's better. This is so beautiful. This is healthy. It's doing really good. I think she was just trying to downsize her collection, so it definitely is outgrowing the trellis. It's kind of just wrapping back down around it, which I probably will honestly leave it, but I could definitely take some cuttings from it if I wanted to. But yeah, it's doing really well. It's beautiful, and these are really easy. I have one that we actually bought these together, I think, so I have the same one over there in a pot. It's trailing where this one's kind of growing up something, but I have neglected the shit out of that plant and it's still thriving. So these are really, really hardy plants, and I like that this one's growing up. This is cute. I'm gonna put it on a little table, and yeah, it's not gonna need much from me, and that's what I love about it. So beautiful. That's the first one. Okay, next, let's grab this little guy. Ooh, I almost just knocked something over. Also, my bushes right here like rub against the tree or my glass on my window, so if you hear that, I'm sorry. Okay, next up, definitely need to do something with this. It's kind of just like sitting in this pot. It was in moss. Look at those roots. This is a Philodendron Mamei. So we've got a nice little, I don't know if these are crawlers, but it looks like it wants to, so I need to look into that a little bit more. But we've got this baby little leaf here. This leaf here, it's got some really beautiful like silvery variegation to it. And then this leaf here, this leaf is definitely like yellowing. It almost looks, I don't know if Shelby had it under a grow light, but it almost looks like a little sun stressed. But yeah, that looks like that is the second newest, and this was the newest leaf here. So it's definitely doing all right. It needs a little love. I need to take it out of this pot, obviously, and figure out if I want to leave it in moss. I might give it some fresh moss. I'm not sure. The options are limitless. I could do anything. I might put it in perlite, might leave it in moss, might put it to soil. I don't know yet. I need to get like more of a crawling pot for it, I believe, though. And part of me is debating just by looking at this. There's so many nodes here. I might just cut like right here and put, if I'm being honest, that's probably what I will do, because I'm really into like experimenting with wet sticks right now. I'll probably cut right here and put this in either perlite or moss, have that as a plant, and then I might chop this up because it's really long into some wet sticks to see if I can grow them. I don't know. We'll see. I might keep this one down here as a separate plant too with this little baby. But yeah, I'm about to sneeze. 1 second. Okay, definitely sneezed there. Sorry about that. Okay, so that is the Mamei. Next up is another little rehab situation. Oh, they're all tangled. 1 sec. Eee. I was like, don't damage the leaf, but that leaf is that leaf's a goner anyways. But this here, this beautiful specimen is a Philodendron Melanochrysum, and I'm pretty excited about this. I had my own Melanochrysum. I effed it up, and these can be finicky. If you don't know, now you know. They definitely can be annoying, put out runners, just a little bit more difficult than your everyday philodendron, I've heard people say, and in my experience, yes, but I am excited. Obviously, I'm going to cut this off. It does have a little tiny little leaf right here that's still unfurling. I feel like it's probably stuck. Yeah, I mean, it's like clear, like, you know, like when it doesn't develop correctly and like half the leaf is like clear. It's right there. What I'll probably do with this plant is cut off this dead leaf. I'll probably leave this one for now, and then I'll repot it into something that's in soil right now. I might repot it into like perlite or moss while I'm rehabbing it, and then I don't know, I'll probably wet stick right here and then maybe leave this as a plant, or I might just wet stick it all. I don't know. I'll probably wet stick this right here, leave this as a plant, see how that does. If it's coming out weird, I might just chop it all the way back to sticks. But that's the plan, and I'm excited to show you guys this clip, and then maybe in a year show you a better clip, and hopefully I have turned it into something. But yeah, I'm really excited. Shelby, thank you for giving me these plants. I love plants like this that I can kind of work back from and experiment with and learn from. This teaches me how to work with wet sticks. It teaches me how to propagate different plants, so it's really fun. And instead of her just throwing it out, it gives it a second life, and maybe I'll be able to make another plant out of it and give it back to her one day. So anywho, that's this one. Beautiful. Okay, what's next? Let's grab this one. This one's doing really well. Whoa, I almost dropped it. Careful. It's a little top heavy. This is a Philodendron Brandi or Brandi. This is beautiful. This is one of my favorite little plants. I used to have one and I loved it oh so much, and it just died out of nowhere. I really think it had thrips or some kind of pest, because I don't know what happened. I didn't see any pests on it, but it just totally tanked. So I'm excited to have another one in my world. This is growing up a moss pole that she made here, and it is outgrown. Like, it's got, these put out runners as well, but this whole piece is like outgrown the pole. So what I'll probably do is, so it's got this vine, it's got like this one is coming off the bottom, not attached to the pole. What I'll probably do, oh, it's got this whole one over here as well. First of all, look at this tiny heart. Hang on. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Look at this little, that's so cute. Ah, that is the cutest little heart. I cannot. What I'll probably do is like trim back everything that's not attached to the pole or not on the pole. And you know, if it's just stick, then I'll wet stick it. If it's little leaves, I might propagate them, and then eventually maybe add them back into this plant and make it really full, or have two separate plants. That's kind of the plan. That's what I think I'll do with it, but it's definitely doing pretty good, and we've got some nice beautiful leaves on here, so I'm excited to play with it. And I got a free moss pole out of it, so that's always nice. Yeah, all right, so that's this one. Beautiful. Let me set that down. It's really top heavy because it needs to be watered, so I don't want it to fall. Okay, next we've got 2 more plants. Let's go with this one that's closer to me first. So this is a wonky little guy. This is a Philodendron Gloriosum Verde. Yeah, Gloriosum Verde right there, you can see. This is from Ecuagenera. She got this on the little trip that I filmed previously with me. Or she might have got this when she went to Austin, but it's from Ecuagenera. And this is clearly a crawler, so it definitely needs a different pot situation. It needs something to be able to crawl in. But some of these leaves are really wonky, so I've got to think about what I want to do with it. This leaf here has clearly seen better days, and also it's got something going on. I almost want to say a pest, but I don't really even know, but it has the most extra floral nectaries that I've honestly ever seen on a plant. Like, look at this. Hang on, it's so sticky. I'm trying not to touch it. Okay, look. Do you see how many there are? And there's also like little, it's gonna not focus, but there's like little brown dots all over it as well. They don't actually look like pests. I don't know. It could be like scale maybe, but you don't normally see that on this type of plant. So I don't know. It definitely has something going on. So I'm gonna cut this leaf off. The other leaves do not have that going on. So this one just needs to go. This leaf is doing much better. There's nothing on the back, like 0 nectaries at all. And then this is the newest leaf. The thing with this plant is how wonky the damn stems are. Like, they're just so long and like all over the place. So that's what's crazy. This is the newest leaf, but it kind of stopped unfurling there. So I don't know if, let me see if I can mess with it. I don't know if it's going to want, yeah, see, it's like, this happened with one of my other, it was my McDowell maybe, yeah. It kept putting out leaves like this. Like, see how they're like, it's like clear. Oh my god, I'm doing the worst job. I'm sorry, this thing is wonky and going everywhere. Yeah, it just has like, you know, nutrient deficiency, or it didn't develop properly. So this leaf probably needs to go at some point. So my thought is, this thing is clearly growing insane. I'm definitely cutting this leaf off, this back one. And this front one probably needs to go at some point too. It's not gonna thrive. So then do I leave it with just this middle leaf, or do I chop all the leaves off and just like wet stick this and let it start over? Normally that would scare me, but I did that with my other Gloriosum and it literally came back to be this really full plant. Now it's all the way back to a wet stick again because I had some pest situation, but I know that they propagate really well. So I think that it will do okay. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm not going to make any rush decisions, but this one, I don't know yet. I don't know what I want to do with it. We'll see, but I am really excited to have it. I love Gloriosum. They're so beautiful. And again, this gives me like something to play with and figure out what to do, because this thing is not fitting in a cabinet. Like, it's crazy. I wonder why the stems are so long on this. I don't know if that's like a Gloriosum Verde thing or just the way it's grown, like reaching for light. I don't know. Interesting though. And it is very, very beautiful. So yeah, we'll see. That one is gonna need a little work. Okay, last but not least is, let me make sure I don't break this anymore than it already is. It has one little snap in it, so we're gonna fix that. This is a Philodendron Tenue, and it's very long right here, like snapped. See, it's not fully snapped, and she said this happened a while back and the leaves have not died, so I think it's like trying to fix itself. But in my transit, I feel like I snapped it even worse, so I'm definitely going to cut it right here. And probably keep this top cutting. These leaves go out really long, so I don't know if it'll fit in my cabinet, but she didn't have it in a cabinet and it was doing fine. But these leaves are so beautiful. They're really, really thin, like papery thin almost, but they're really long. Like, this leaf is massive. They're really beautiful. Here's another. Here's another. Yeah, so it's a really, really beautiful plant. I really like these. I think that I'll probably chop this, like I said, and keep this top cutting as a plant. And then these other ones, I mean, there's some really big, beautiful leaves on this. So I don't know. I'll either keep the bottom as a plant itself, or I might like propagate individual leaves. I don't know yet. I gotta really look at these and see what the plan is or what I want to do, but I'm definitely really excited to have it. It's a beautiful plant. I just need to tame the beast a little bit because it's really spaced out. I don't know if you can see. Sorry, I'm doing a horrible job at showing this. I'm trying to like hold it up so it doesn't snap. But we've got like one leaf here and then another leaf like 4 inches up and then like 5 inches up another leaf 4 inches. So they're just really spaced out. That might be how they grow, and honestly it probably just needs a really nice pole, and maybe it can grow next to my cabinet. That's a good plan. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I'm excited to have it. It's a beautiful girl. I love it. And yeah. Okay, let me set this down. I'll be right back. Okay, that is all of the plants for this video. I definitely have my eye on a few plants locally, so I might have a new haul coming soon. They've been having Alocasia cupreas locally. They're very pretty. I've even seen some Callaways have white wizards lately. What? Also some lows have been getting like Croniana silver. So yeah, I definitely am like in the plant mode. You know how it is when you're like going to nurseries and looking around and being crazy. I'm in a little bit of that mindset. I'm trying not to buy like crazy. I really have been holding a plant, looking at it. Do I love this? Do I know that I can take care of it? Am I not going to kill it? And I will not buy it if it does not fit that criteria, other than that alocasia. But I know with the cabinet, I think I really can keep it alive. I really think so. So I used to just buy plants if I thought they were pretty, and now I'm like, stop, take a minute, walk around, like really think about it, maybe even come back the next day. If it's there, it's meant to be. Like, I've kind of had that mindset with plants. So I am trying to be better, because like a year or two ago I was a little crazy and I was like trying to buy like freaking Pokemon over here, trying to catch them all. Like, I needed everything, and I'm really trying to not be that way. So anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this plant haul. I'm really excited to take care of these babies and show you progress as we go. Update on cabinet. I think I'm gonna post what I have so far as a part 1, and then I'm gonna do part 2 later. I just like don't have it in me to cord manage right now, and I don't know when I will, because I'm just like tired. I'm just being honest. So anyways, I think I'm going to show you what I have for now, because it looks good and it's working. There's just cords. So what are you going to do? All right. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and come talk to me down below in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye.